Ya yo, everyone. DrJaceAttorney here, bringing court back into session yet again for some death battle. We're just now recovering, or just really not now, but we are fresh off the heels of having watched Goku vs. Superman Round 3. If you guys want to see my reaction on that, go ahead and click the description down below or search the channel. You know, you could always just type in death battle on the channel search bar, so you can do that as well. We enjoyed that death battle really well, but now we are here for Galactus versus Unicron. This one's gonna be kind of fun because it's essentially Marvel Comics versus Transformers, and we're fans of both IPs for sure. I think this will be a bit of a learning experience for my knowledge on the mythos for these characters. I know surface level who Galactus is as it relates to Marvel, and I know definitely who Unicron is as it relates to Transformers. But in terms of feats, powers, abilities, that's where probably Death Battle is going to educate me on this. And I'm going to hope that if there's something off about what Death Battle says in here, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if they got Galactus wrong, if they did Unicron dirty, if, you know, whatever you thought was something that maybe Death Battle could have done better here, because I'm at their call and mercy on this one, because they're going to be educating me the most on these two characters. I know who Galactus is. I know he's like that giant purple dude from Marvel. He's like this galaxy-busting, planet-eating entity that's... He's a big deal. When he shows up in Marvel, it's like, yo, we got to pull all the stops for him. Same with Unicron. And it's something with Unicron where I didn't really know this about Transformers from back in the Golden Frieza versus Megatron fight. I also did a reaction to that. Check that out as well. That Megatron is actually really OP, and some people think Death Battle did Megatron dirty in that fight and believe that Megatron should have actually beat Frieza. And they gave me stats and, like, you know, abilities and feats and everything. So I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know that about Megatron. I really didn't. So we're here, Galactus versus Unicron. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get this live reaction on the road in 3, 2, 1. Ba-bam. Death Battle. Boom. Shuriken. Galactus.
Devourer of worlds.
Okay.
And Unicron.
Oh, and by the way, we'll be on this side, so that way you guys can see the video a lot easier.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who will
Okay.
win a death battle.
A death battle.
Boomstick, what is the nature of evil?
What is the nature of evil?
3.5 years too early for that kind of question, Wiz.
Here,
No, seriously, is the
yeah,
wolf
should be good.
that hunts the hare evil? What about the bear that kills the wolf, or the man that slays the bear?
What's this philosophical
Is it
talk,
evil
man? What are we doing
or
here?
nature? Perhaps this question was on Galen of Ta's mind as he hurtled toward the end.
Oh,
of
is this
infinity.
Galactus's
Pretty sure the
backstory?
question on his mind was, how do I turn this goddamn spaceship around?
Eons ago, the planet Ta was a paradise, the most advanced civilization the universe had ever known.
Okay.
Too bad the universe was coming to an end. I hate it when that
I hate it
happens.
too.
The Ta'an scientist Galen watched as the rest of his race ignominiously perished and decided to die gloriously on his own terms.
Okay.
Flying a ship into the sun, just like great-grandpappy Boomstick, the crazy old coot. But instead of being vaporized on contact like great-grandpappy Boomstick, Galen got bitten by a radioactive god.
As the
Oh.
last living thing left
Okay.
before the universe's end, Galen was visited by the sentience of the multiverse, who merged with him as part
Merged
of
with
the cosmic
him.
cycle of death and rebirth. As the old multiverse died, a new one was born. And
So he's the Big Bang?
Galen was no more. In his place was a being of untold power, the Ravager of Galaxies.
Galactus. Ooh.
Well, despite
Real
looking
name
like a
Galen,
precious giant
existential
purple
concept
vibrator,
beyond good and
T-Dog
evil,
here is
hero
one
of
of the
faith.
strongest beings in all of Marvel, baby. And
A
there's
victim
only
of countless
one thing he
backstory
wants to
retcons.
do, eat friggin' worlds.
Okay,
Galactus
interesting.
is
I
so
didn't know he was like a
unbelievably
retconner type of
mind-meltingly
deal.
Powerful that strong doesn't really begin to describe him. Just being near him will begin to warp your perception of reality.
Really?
In truth, he isn't even really a physical being with a soul anymore, but composed of energy itself.
Okay.
The power cosmic.
Basically,
Power
your
cosmic,
all-purpose
absorb type
space
energy,
god
stay
magic
alive,
and
scoop
no good
planet, star,
almighty-ass
energy
whooping
dark.
god can go
Power
without.
cosmic,
Sure,
godlike
he can
strength,
use it
energy
to blast
projection.
your ass to unholy smithereens,
Basically,
but it's
everything
not
under the
flexible
sun,
to
he
do.
has. He
Described
has
as
this.
being in touch with every
Okay.
other living thing at once. The power cosmic allows one access to a near infinite pool of knowledge and the ability to sense danger ahead of time.
I don't think there's a lot for him to be afraid of. He can manipulate matter, read and control the minds of gods, and teleport entire galaxies across the universe.
Okay.
The power cosmic allows him fundamental control over life itself, manipulating souls, creating new life forms from nothing, and even resurrecting the dead. And because his body is composed of energy, he can't really be hurt in the traditional physical sense. This allows him to grow or shrink his body with seemingly no limit, and alter his appearance.
Wait.
Oh, is that from Marvel Snap in the background?
His physical appearance matches the species observing him, so a human sees a human Galactus, a Skrull, a Skrull Galactus, and so on.
Oh, so it's just like how I see the world.
Okay.
What are you staring at?
Interesting. I didn't know that. So, okay, he looks human because of that's how the humans see him as, a human Galactus.
Not
Okay.
awesome, very not awesome. At least as far as
Cool.
Galactus is concerned, since witnessing his approach
Okay,
is
I
itself
think
the
that's
end
from
of the
Rise
world.
of the Silver
You would
Surfer,
only
that
have
thing
enough
that they
time
just
to pray
showed.
to your paltry gods before Galactus consumed your entire planet, absorbing its energy into himself, then moving on to his next meal.
Okay.
Man, I guess his costume is appropriate because he sounds like a total dick. Like, come on, man. You watched your whole
Cricket
planet
animation.
die. Now you're gonna go around the universe doing the same thing?
It's not entirely his fault. Galactus' power is so immense that the only thing that can sustain him is the consumption of entire worlds.
Okay.
Without this constant feeding, he would perish, just as humans would without consuming
So he needs to
plants or
he needs to
grass.
always
I
eat
like
planets,
that way,
otherwise he'll
squirrels,
die.
'cause I hate each and every one of them.
No, categorically the exact opposite, actually. Galactus isn't vengeful or cruel. If he could avoid any unnecessary death, he would. But just as the universe is bound by the laws of physics,
He can't help
Galactus
it.
is bound by his hunger.
I
And that
hunger.
has put him in
So he's not
conflict with some of Marvel's
evil
other heavy
necessarily.
hitters, like Odin and the Phoenix Force.
He's like nature in a
Galactus'
way.
fight with the other and the Scryer got so intense they threatened the entire infinite multiverse just as a side effect of the battle.
While Galactus
Interesting.
himself can't
Can
calculate
Unicron
out
do
countless
this? I don't
light years
know.
in seconds, some of these beings are more like abstract concepts than actual living things, many of which operate outside of linear time.
Okay.
Like this alien bug dude who tried to use Galactus' energy to destroy 2 whole universes. Even after being drained by him, he still nuked 3 whole star systems before getting a snack.
Should he
Jesus.
somehow
If he-
be threatened by beings beyond even the scope of
Very
his
big
power,
mega
Galactus
bombs.
crafted a device to solve all of
The
his
Black
problems.
Winter?
The ultimate nullifier.
In case
He
that
one-shotted
means nothing,
Darkseid? In
it's
what
a
comic?
weapon that destroys anyone you think of.
It doesn't just destroy them, it destroys everything. The entire multiverse is eradicated,
Oh.
then recreated without the target. An extremely roundabout way of winning, but it
Oh,
works.
it's kind of
That's
it's like a
exactly what happened
like
when
a
Galactus
nuke.
used it on the abstract god of destruction, Abraxas.
it's a reset button.
Destroyed the god of destroying things with a Happy Meal toy. It's like
Damn.
therapist
Okay.
said,
I don't know, man. They gotta impress me with Unicron right
Nullifier
now.
was key to Galactus' first great defeat upon his inevitable arrival on Earth.
When that pesky Reed Richards managed to get his stretchy hands on the thing, Galactus finally backed down and spared the planet.
Which makes no practical sense. The Ultimate Nullifier is a part of Galactus himself. It uses his own power. He can summon it at any time and even escape its effects by hiding in a pocket dimension. It even
Okay.
had the safety on.
The safety
he
was
was just
clownery.
After billions of years of cosmic genocide just to survive, I'm pretty sure Galen forgot what it meant to be mortal. Perhaps that was the true evil all along, the slow death of Galen's humanity. Because what could be more terrifying than a being that sees everything and
Food.
everyone you know and love as nothing more than his next meal?
Damn, man. Okay, Unicron, you got a hill to climb. Oh god, the sponsorship. We'll just lower the volume on this part. But no, yeah, I did not know that about Galactus. How he's viewed as like this this entity, depending on what species is viewing him. If it's like a species of pigs, they'll see a pig Galactus when they see him in the sky. That's wild, man. Wow. I mean, that reset button is really powerful. I don't think Unicron got anything like that. I knew Galactus was like a multiversal type of entity, so he was always going to have that trump card for him. I don't know that much about Unicron to justify, okay, does Unicron have like multiversal powers? This is getting into like the deep lore of Transformers, so I'm not all too familiar with that element of Transformers. So I'm sure there's like crazy feats that you know they'll tell me right now. Let's see.
In
the beginning,
before
heaven and
earth,
earth.
before light and dark, there was Unicron.
Unicron.
Created by the formless primordial being known as the One to explore the fledgling multiverse, Unicron instead decided to consume everything.
Oh,
Dude, come on! Bad Unicron! Bad God! Bad!
very bad.
The One decided to split Unicron into two beings.
Oh.
One of order and hope known as Primus, and the other of
Primus.
chaos and evil known as Unicron. Again.
Oh,
Like,
the other one's called Unicron again.
They pushed each other's shit in over
8
the
billion
fate
the
of
Chaos
all
Bringers,
existence.
Planet Eden from
That
another
is,
cosmic
until the goody
evil.
little two-shoes
Ran a
Primus
Q&A column in the
tricked his
Armada
bro into
comics.
imprisoning their soul.
What? He ran a Q&A column. That must have been like a
Break
joke
for
or
me, it was
something.
the dryer.
Primus terraformed his asteroid into what would later be known as the planet Cybertron, while Unicron did
Okay.
something different.
Yeah, he turned his planet into a planet that eats other
Oh,
planets. Not
poetic.
only that, it can change its form into a giant badass robot Satan. He's
God, look at
literally
him,
the
man.
First Transformer.
And with this new body, Unicron would travel the cosmos, consuming planet after planet and universe
Must
after universe.
consume.
Not necessarily because of any hunger or need, but because Unicron is the physical embodiment of death and destruction.
Of course,
he
he.
is literally programmed to destroy everything.
Yes, he's
God's
pure
gotta
evil.
Do what a god's gotta do. And good luck trying to fight back. Uni's robot body comes with a tractor beam, eye
Generate
lasers,
time space
fire breath, a
manipulation,
chest cannon,
plasma breath,
and
chest
an
laser.
antibody system in case
Okay.
anyone tries to
Still
pull a
pretty
Drax
OP.
on
Still
him.
pretty OP.
Unicron can mentally dominate an entire race of beings, erase things from existence, warp the fabric of space and
Okay.
time, and even manipulate matter itself.
So even if his big robot body is damaged or destroyed, he can repair it lickety-split, or even send his spark out to find a new host.
Essentially the Transformers version of a soul, Unicron's spark is immensely powerful and produces its own energy source, Dark Energy.
Dark Energon.
Unicron is
Ooh.
so evil that he can literally turn his bad dude energy into weapons of mass destruction.
Pew,
like
pew.
unholy blades or planet-busting lasers.
This Dark
Blah.
Energon will corrupt any that consumes
Prime
it, turning them into
Dark
a
Energon
puppet
are
of
semi-functionally
Unicron
identical as.
himself.
It's also obviously the
Speed
opposite
feature
of regular
inclusive.
energy,
Okay,
which
okay.
is created by Primus and what fuels the Transformer race. So Unicron basically runs on the opposite of life.
That's the Unicron that I know. I think that's the one from Armada. Is it the one from Armada?
Not by any conventional.
It looks like it. I have a Unicron action figure like right up there on standing on a bureau.
A necessary force that drives the cosmos. Anytime he's destroyed, he will appear again in a new universe.
Okay.
In fact, almost every Unicron you've seen in movies, TV, and comics are the same Unicron.
Oh.
Unicron is a literal force of nature. You can't reason with a hurricane that hates you. All you can do is see it and get
I
the
didn't-
hell out of the way.
I didn't know that.
The hurricane
Okay.
is never gonna stop until you and
Every Unicron is technically the same one to a degree. Wow.
I was trying to be poetic before, but this is what evil is. Incomprehensible,
True evil.
undeniable, inescapable. You can't even wait him out. He is unbound by the concept of linear time.
The Chaos Bringer
Damn,
is
man. So every
so
time, I don't know.
Their presence wrecks the space-time
Dimensional
continuum
anomalies,
and
war
can erase
space-time.
galaxies from existence just by strolling by.
To be
Erase
clear,
galaxies.
It isn't the force he's generating by moving that destroys things. It's his existence. His mere being is so overwhelmingly evil that the fabric of space-time cannot fathom Unicron.
That's how evil he is.
Dude, no wonder he was able to
Jesus,
devour
he's a
nearly quarter of
devil.
The entire multiverse, one universe at a time.
Oh,
Estimates
multiverse.
for the
Okay.
size of the Transformers
Clustered with
multiverse
each representing
vary
different
from over
Transformer
15
subbranches. They
quadrillion
sometimes
universes
overlap with
to
foreign
an
time
infinite
streams
number
aligned
of
from crossover
universes,
properties like My
branching
Little
timelines,
Pony.
and planes of
Okay, alright, because it's
Who better to
Hasbro.
portray
Alright,
the
My
being
Little
who brings
Pony.
death to the universe than the man who gave birth to modern cinema. A final role fitting for an artist so much larger than life. Or deeply ironic that it's a feature-length toy commercial.
The
Beautiful.
Transformers movie has always been celebrated for its excellence. I say.
Despite that unbelievable power, the Chaos Bringer's almighty rampage through reality has been halted a number of times,
Okay.
usually due to the matrix of leadership, the essence of Primus himself, and the embodiment of all hope and light in the universe.
Are you telling
Why is it
me
like
that
opera singing right
Robo
now?
Was defeated by the power of friendship? Forget
Ooh,
me.
Nakama.
I'm gonna need some of that shit going straight into the vein.
As the abstract idea of evil actualized, any notion of goodness is directly antithetical to his being.
As incomprehensible to Unicron
Of the
as he is
multiverse,
to
tank the
us.
Big
But
Bang,
despite
created
the best efforts
Galvatron
of
to be his
heroic
herald.
Transformers like
Sword
Optimus
of Space
Prime,
Black Hole.
Unicron has always returned from the smoldering ashes.
Damn!
and
22.5 of the
reality
multiverse?
again.
It's his very nature.
Such as the time a united armada of Autobots, Decepticons, and an entire people created from his cells, the Minicons, tried to destroy him once and for all.
They actually succeeded in killing him until Galvatron's hatred for Optimus brought Unicron back to life.
Because challenging Unicron means challenging evil itself, destroying destruction itself. An impossible paradox.
You can't kill
I
Unicron
guess-
because killing is literally what Unicron is. So, what does that mean for us?
Every petty
For
act of
death
violence,
battle, yeah.
every war, every cruelty, every death battle gives Unicron life. The life he'll use to kill us all. We are culpable in our
Damn.
own annihilation.
Poetic. It's like
Unicron's
poetry,
not
it
just some comic
rhymes.
book villain. He's all there is and all there will be. He was there at the beginning and he'll be there at the end. He's a law of physics. He's as inevitable as your dying breath.
Jesus, now you got me scared.
Damn right. Okay.
This episode
Yeah, here, let's pause it here and then we'll resume like the actual death battle portion. Honestly, like, God, this is so hard, man, because when you start scaling like entities that, well, that you're not overly familiar with. So I mean, I told you guys that from the beginning. I'm not too familiar with the feats of Galactus and Unicron, so I'm leaving it up to Death Battle to educate me on the matter. But even with that said, having all this information at hand now, at the end of the day, these are two like galaxy-busting, universe-busting entities where anything can go. Like, in all honesty, whoever wins, I feel like you could make an argument for the other person winning at the end of the day. As to who I think is going to win, it's tough to say, man. In the beginning, I would have said Galactus because of the whole like reset button when he does like, you know, he resets the whole multiverse at like a big bang to a degree. And maybe that you know, he could use that against Unicron because I didn't think Unicron had any counters to that. But judging from what I've seen Death Battle present for Unicron, it looks like, you know, he gets more powerful the more death and destruction happens in the known multiverse. And he's an entity that never really goes away. He never dies. And that was a cool fun fact that I did not know. So every Unicron, so every sub-series of Transformers, so like Transformers Armada, Transformers, God, I don't even know some of the other Transformers series. Dark Energon, I don't know, man. I don't know. Armada was my era. But every version of Unicron that they defeat in any sub-series, he gets reincarnated or resurrects in a way in another sub-series of Transformers. He's basically nature in a way, pure evil. And I feel like that alone, outside of not being able to kill him, I feel like that brutality in nature is probably what's going to give him an edge in this fight, because Death Battle even said it themselves. Galactus isn't really evil per se. He's just more or less hungry. And what can you do against a hungry hippo? Like, if he had a choice, if he had an option, maybe he wouldn't go on these killing sprees with all these heroes and villains and whatnot. But with Unicron wants to do this. He absolutely enjoys it. He's the embodiment of pure evil, and I feel like that unfiltered ferocity may give him an edge in this fight. So if I'm gonna put money down, if I'm putting my chips on the table on this Death Battle, I'm gonna go with Unicron. Maybe Galactus might win. I don't know. But from what I'm trying to balance out and rationalize between the two characters and what was presented here, I think Unicron is going to have an edge. He's going to be able to tank some of the stuff that Galactus throws at him. So here, let's skip ahead in the Death Battle past the sponsorship. Let's see. All right, boom, Death Battle. All right.
The combatants are set.
Combatants are
Run the
set.
game for all possibilities.
Why they keep showing the Marvel Snap?
Battle you've been asking for forever!
Were people asking this forever? Really? Unicron versus Galactus? Oh.
Your world has come to an end.
Oh my. Oh god, both worlds are gonna get destroyed. This is my planet.
Mine to consume.
I want to eat.
So saith Galactus, destroyer of worlds.
Be gone. Thus decrees Unicron, Chaos Bringer.
Damn, they're fighting for food. Okay, he pissed now. Yo, Unicron looking good though. Unicron looking good. Yo, man. Oh, guys, he gonna
Madness, so quick to pay for Oblivion's embrace.
That's wow. Ooh, knee attack. Are they gonna chuck planets at each other, man? The whole fight? Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's okay. We like it. Ooh, God, they're just like playing dodgeball with suns and stars and planets. You're kidding me, dog. Ooh, black hole. Incomprehensible. Incomprehensible. Are they gonna start chucking galaxies like Gurren Lagann style? Ooh, the blade. Ooh, okay. Oh god, sliced him in half, but that's not it. That's not it.
I am the power cosmic incarnate, not so easily felled.
Ooh, okay. Ultra mega mouth blast to the face, and now what? Energon?
Being so readily, Unicron.
No devourer. Transforming.
Oh! Oh, what, he's absorbing everything? Oh my.
Not for mercy. Behold blackening skies.
What is he doing?
Even gods will die.
Blah, nothing works. Okay, now he's destroying galaxies. Ooh. Erased.
Galactus,
Okay, now he's...
your challenge.
Ooh. Ooh.
Will bring destruction.
Ooh. They're like using the galaxies to like boost their powers.
Pure finality. In first and last. True immortality.
They're all being philosophical in this fight, man. It really can go either way right now.
I have no patience left. Return thy dreams.
Oh, the nullifier? Is that the nullifier? Is that what's gonna win this? I probably should have paid attention to the nullifier thing. Oh. Oh!
Not the power which you command.
Of course I do. Your death I thus demand.
Oh! And then he's gonna resurrect?
I have won.
No. Oh my god, no he has not.
Power bringer of chaos. Yet by my vigor thou hast much need. Witness the last fate that awaits you thus. For almighty Galactus must now.
Wow. Poetic justice. Wow, so Unicron lost. Okay.
Could manipulate reality itself and do basically anything.
Older than the universe, unbound by time, they had each other matched in a lot of ways.
So it ultimately came down to which of them was more powerful.
Both could threaten an entire infinite multiverse.
Unicron should
but
scale the
Unicron
characters who
could
can
only
immediately
do
threaten
so
an infinite
over
number of
time,
timelines.
devouring them one by one.
While Galactus' battle with the Scryer and the other threatened to destroy the entire Marvel multiverse as just a side effect.
Not to
As just a
mention,
side effect.
Galactus
Okay,
tussles with
okay.
Cosmic beings like himself all the time.
While Unicron is usually the top dog in Transformers, he's a
Is that what he
big
used to
fish
look
in a
like?
relatively small pond. Relative to Marvel, at least.
That might sound better for Unicron at first, but it means he has way less experience than Galactus in full-on fights against dudes his size.
And while Unicron has used Dark Energon to infect and corrupt other beings in the past, Galactus technically doesn't have a soul thanks to his cosmic rebirth from Galen.
Okay.
He's fended off mental attacks before, so there's no real reason to think that would work here.
And as lame as it is, the ultimate nullifier is just really, really overpowered.
Despite
Is that the
being
one
able to
gimmick that
survive
let
the
him win?
destruction of his spark, the ultimate nullifier is significantly more thorough. Consider the time it was used against Abraxas, a being that embodied the abstract concept of the multiverse's destruction.
Sounds like somebody you know. Even against someone like that, the good old
Similar
Oni
reality
had no
warping power is
problem
much tougher,
erasing
more
him from
powerful.
reality,
Cosmic
and
hunger
the same
drains
would happen to
stamina, but cannot
Unicron.
resist the ultimate
While
nullifier.
Galactus
Weaker
could
than a
always hide in
satisfied,
the
satiated
park dimension,
Galactus.
just as
Harder
he
ways to
escaped the
regenerate.
nullifier
Okay.
before.
So
Unicron
fully
was
hunger,
insanely
fully
terrifying
tummy-filled
threat, but has the
Galactus
power,
will wreck
experience, and
Unicron.
arsenal to ultimately annihilate him.
If you thought Galactus was going down in this fight, you were Unicron.
The winner
Gross.
is Galactus.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. There is here. Let me move over to the side. There is Galactus versus Unicron. I had it wrong on this one, I guess, at least for purposes of Death Battle. Let me know what you all think about it in the comments below, because I am very curious about this one. I'm gonna use what I said earlier, my Frieza versus Megatron Death Battle as kind of like a learning experience in a way. I went into that fight thinking that Frieza was going to win because I know the feats of Frieza, and I kind of minimalized Megatron's feats. Even though Death Battle presented them in a fair way, I guess, I still thought Frieza was going to win. He did win, but there were some things that some people brought to my attention in the comments about that particular fight where they said, hey, Death Battle probably got this one wrong because Megatron was significantly nerfed in that Death Battle, and that Death Battle did not cover, and I cannot tell you some of the feats that Megatron did in those versions of the story, but if you just check out the video, check out the comments, some people laid out some pretty good descriptors for it. But yeah, I don't know about all the feats of Megatron. But from what I read, it seemed like, okay, maybe Megatron could have defeated Frieza in this particular context. So now with this, bringing it back to Galactus versus Unicron, I'll be honest, going into it, I did think Galactus was going to win before they started doing the stat sheets, because I know Galactus is a universe buster. He's a multiverse buster. But when it comes to Unicron, I had that Megatron mentality in the back of my head. I was wondering, is Death Battle going to do Unicron justice and cover all of his feats in an accurate way so that it's reflected properly in the Death Battle when comparing it to Megatron in his fight against Frieza? And I'm hoping that's the case, because I mean, they didn't really pull back any punches for Unicron. He seems overly powerful, busted in the most disgusting ways imaginable. Unicron is just a monster, man. There were some things in there that I did not know about Unicron. I know he's like, a planet eater. I know to a degree he's a universe buster to an extent. But I didn't know all this about Unicron. It looks like the Nullifier played a significant role in this as well during the fight against Unicron with Galactus. But yeah, no, a lot of the times these comic books, when it comes to like Superman, Galactus, Darkseid, and I'm probably even missing some other like unholy characters. They had so many runs of these villains, of these heroes, where their feats and powers just keep growing and growing and growing, versus what they have with Unicron, where yeah, there've been comics, there've been TV shows and whatnot, but I think Galactus really came out on top on this one because of his rep sheet. He's been a character for decades at this point. So let me know what you all think in the comments below. Did you think Death Battle got this one right? Do you think Unicron should have won? I honestly thought once the stat sheets came out, I thought Unicron maybe had an edge because of the whole rebirth and reincarnation, pure evil and all that stuff. He was going to be unrestrained compared to Galactus. But I guess a fully fed Galactus is going to clap the cheeks of Unicron any day, supposedly at least. Let me know if Death Battle got it right, if they got it wrong. Do you think they missed something on the stat sheet? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and click the dumb bell, most importantly, so you stay up to date whenever we upload new content. I'm Dr. Jace Attorney, folks. Court is adjourned. See you on the next one.